Hello everyone, here we are again, and I really hope that today's video will be something really special, because after this Annabelle fight I will start a 7 battles run that, if I win, will allow me to reach my goal basically, and 2000 wins in Emerald Battle Tower. It's really special for me, and I'm really excited, I can't deny it. Okay, let's directly go into the match because I'm pretty nervous and playing can probably help me. Okay, I will keep my usual format, basically checking on this list that you can see above on the screen all of the possible sets and commenting with you my game plan. This is an Annabelle fight, I've already shown it. If you don't know how I've got to this point, you can easily check it in my last videos, and I've already managed to stall out this Raikou and to set up my Latios. As you can see, I'm at +6. Raikou has no rest power points left, so I can easily try to sweep. Okay, all the issue at this point can be a basically run of bright powder misses from this Latios, but okay, it doesn't happen. And now this Snorlax doesn't have quick claw, so it's not an issue at all. Okay, that's gone. And well, I will also turn on animation before I will forget it. Option, okay. As you can see, I'm at 1995 wins, and well, let's directly go into the last run. Of course, my team is the usual one, Iridescence 3.0 with Skarmory, Blissey and Latios. The team that you've seen above was a Moltres style that it's really interesting, and I really want to try it at some point. Okay, this is battle number 1. Ludicolo lead, okay, let's check it, all of possible Ludicolo set. It's a really good lead, okay, it's a really good lead, has really low chances to be a threat for my team. I will scout with Protect first. Okay, Fire Punch. So basically we are facing an all-out attacker Ludicolo. Okay, it can be 1 or 2, and basically Blissey has to do her job against this Pokemon. While Latios can easily set up on the infamous Ludicolo 3 and 4, basically the sub-staller with evasion staller with Leech Seed. Okay, I will directly switch into Blissey. Also keep in mind that these Ludicolos are really slow, okay? As you can see, just 90 speed. Oops, sorry. Which basically means that my fast Blissey, that sits at 105 speed tire, can easily outspeed. This is really useful because it can basically allow me to avoid annoying statuses. For example, well, of course, worst status for Blissey is burn, because after Blissey is burnt, I will spend a lot of soft boil, really needed power point, just to heal me. Okay. Okay, also you can see that this Ludicolo has not used Rain Dance at this point, so it's probably this version, okay? If Rain Dance is revealed, I can easily switch into Latios, okay? Because this one, even if it's, as you can see, Swift Swim, will double its speed, but 81, because it's quiet, it still will be slower than my Latios, okay? So I can basically set up Latios without having to PowerPoint stall. Okay, Ice Beam, okay, and as you can see, against this Ludicolo, I have to PowerPoint stall first. I will also check it on the list, well, marketing on the list for you is this one. the process will be pretty boring, but as you can see is more than safe, since it has a Shell Bell as an item, so it can't even outspeed Blissey with Quick Claw, or maybe land some unfortunate sequence of critical hit. It's a pretty exploitable Pokemon. I'm playing really safely lately, to be honest. As you can see, I'm spending a lot of power points from my supporting move, more. Probably in my last videos, I've just spammed Growl in this kind of situation, but I really want to play it safely. At this point, okay, he's at low power point, so I can even afford to leave some power points left from my support moves, and I will just spam Growl. Because even an unfortunate burn, or, well, I hope to fish a paralysis, to be honest, but a freeze or a burn, exactly, is not an issue at this point. Also because Fire Punch will exactly unfreeze me. Okay, a burn happened, of course, and I will spend a bit of soft boil power points. And well, at this point, I'm not directly switching into Latios because I prefer to keep my Lumberry active, okay? I don't want to fish an occasional burn or paralysis that will consume my Lumberry. And this is basically because of contact ability. For example, Breloom has FF Spore, okay, he's struggling, or Jolteon has a static, and those are maybe the worst one. And if on the second Pokemon I fish a Breloom and after my Dragon Claw I will fall asleep, it's a bad situation because I still have an opponent to face, of course. Okay. I want to recover Blissey, of course, and then I will try to sweep with Latios, as usual. Nothing new under the sun. The team I'm using is the same in the last maybe 1100 matches, probably. I've done no changes at all after the Growl modify on Blissey in Thunder Wave spot. Okay, now I have just to safely set up a substitute, recover, and once again try to sweep. Okay, I'm at +6. Okay, well, that's good. Last enemy is a Lapras, that's interesting. Ah, it's the infamous one-hit KO Quick Claw Lapras. As you can see, if I wasn't behind the substitute, this would have one-hit KO'd my Latios, okay? And also it has the bulk to survive, okay? Well, as you can see, my team is really strong because I've always my defensive backbone alive. There are some threats that can break through one of my Pokemons, but I've already planned against them. And in a normal match like this, I've always to keep my team alive, because Skarmory, thanks to Sturdy, can completely destroy this Pokemon, okay? Basically, this Lapras, as you can see, I will also mark it, okay? It's this one, Seeing Attract, and the 2 one-hit KO move. For a team without Sturdy, this is probably one of the most threatening Pokemon, but once again, it really can't touch my Skarmory. I have just to wait. I have just to wait until all of its Sheer Call or Drill power points will be over. Just to wait. Okay. I can also spam Whirlwind, of course, because at this point this Lapras is the last Pokemon. Okay, I'm quite happy that this kind of situation has happened in a recorded video, because well, I often speak about how much is important for my team to have the defensive backbone alive, etc, etc. But in basically all of the matches I've recorded until now, Latios behind the substitute at +6, sweeps behind the substitute without too many issues. While this is pretty interesting, okay? He's struggling right now, I can just wait until it dies struggling, or I can just make it a bit faster with Latios. Okay, no problem. Let's go to enemy number 2, okay? The first match was pretty long, but not threatening at all. Okay, this is a Claydol. Claydol can be a bit tricky because of explosion, as all of the explosion users, of course. Okay, I must watch out for this set. Bad time, critical hit on an explosion can be pretty scary, okay, to be honest. Let's check it with Protect, of course. Rock Slide, okay, so it's this one. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Swagger, Psych Up. As you can see, it has just Rock Slide, okay, and this Rock Slide is pretty weak. Other moves cannot touch my Latios, so best game plan in this situation is to use Torment, okay, wait until it will use Swagger, because remember I want to keep my Lumberry active, okay. Also, if it lands too many hits against Skarmory, no problem, I can rest off the damages. Okay, let's see. And here we are. First Swagger, but I want my Skarmory to wake up. Okay, Psych Up. I'm still confused, so it will go for an Earthquake. Oh, okay, it was a Swagger. I was pretty lucky, okay, because it missed. But once again, it's not that threatening, okay. Well, not at this point. Also, I wanted to keep Blissey at full health, full hit points for this match, because I've already consumed my Chestoberion Skarmory, so at least I have a defensive backbone at full health. And well, right now I can try to sweep, because I'm behind the substitute, and it will be... Oh, it would have been pretty long because it was at +6 special defense, but a critical hit eases the matchup. As you can see, this is a Latios, and I'm really glad I have a full health Bliss in my backup, okay? Because this Latios, as you can see, is not that threatening, of course, because, well, my Dragon Claw destroy this kind of Pokemon, but 2 sets as Bright Powder as the item. So, basically, I can miss. Okay, that's not the case. Okay, let's go on. Also, let me check Claydol item. It was Lumberry, perfect. Okay, this is a Slowking, can have Quick Claw, but that's not an issue at this point. I'm behind the substitute and I can score a clean 1-hit KO. Okay, let's go on. Forretress lead, okay. Same speech that I did for Claydol, basically. 2 Forretress sets have Explosion, okay. Against this kind of trainer, the bug trainer, I don't know what's their name in English, okay. Bug catcher, maybe. And against this kind of trainer, Skarmory is really useful, while Blissey is not that useful. So, if I have to scout an explosion, I probably will sack Blissey against it, okay? As you can see, set 4 and set 3 may use explosion, okay? So, I will scout first with Protect, Rock Slide, okay, so it can be this one or an explosion set, as you can see. I will go for a Torment. On turn 2, another Rock Slide, Protect, Double Edge, okay, nothing useful because, as you can see, both of the sets may carries it. So let's go on with the scouting process. Critical hit, let's see. Okay, as you can see, when my Skarmory health is pretty low, not that low, but pretty low, they always go for explosion, okay? And that's an Armaldo. It's pretty interesting because Armaldo is one of the most threatening Pokemon, especially in this kind of situation when Skarmory is not at full health, okay? The worst set, of course, is set 3 because of Quick Claw, Sword Dance, and physical coverage, basically. Set 4, it's really hard because of Choice Band, of course, but keep in mind that Blissey can always outspeed, okay, 65 speed, always outspeed and stall out all of the chosen move power points, okay, beside Aerial Ace, but it will never pick Aerial Ace on turn 1. This set, by the way, is really scary, and I will go for a Torment on turn 1. I've already explained why, in my opinion, Torment is the best move against an Armaldo. In this case, it's pretty dangerous, okay, because my Skarmory is not at full health, so probably even a Rest on turn 1 can be a good pick, okay? But I really want to put myself in a really advantageous position with Torment. Okay, it's a Rock Slide, so, well, basically I'm facing an Armaldo 3 or an Armaldo 4. On a full health Skarmory, I would have said that's an Armaldo 3, sorry, 4, because Armaldo 3, when Skarmory is at full health, go for Sword Dance. But factoring that I'm at low health, I'm not that sure that it's an Armaldo 4. It's still my bet, but I'm not that sure. By the way, right now I will just rest off the damages. Struggle, okay, it was an Armaldo 4. Okay, that's really good, okay? Keep in mind that versus an Armaldo 4, I have some game plan, okay, to put in act, but this Pokemon is not able at all to break through my team, okay? And my main game plan against it is to protect on the following Rock Slide and then go into Blissey, okay? And try to lower his attack without taking this Armaldo, without letting this Armaldo take too many recoil damages from its struggle, okay? If some critical hits happen and this health will be too low, I will just wait until it will die struggling without setting up Latios, okay? So basically I will put in act my game plan. Oh, sorry. Here we are. I will use Protect, Rock Slide. Now it will struggle against my Blissey, okay? As you can see, it's a really powerful struggle. But it gives me 3 turns to Growl. You can see that now its struggle won't break my substitute, okay? And keep in mind that Armaldo 4 it's really easy to exploit because I don't have to fear occasional Quick Claw activation that are really scary, okay? Especially from an Armaldo 3 that basically has a really powerful move against Blissey. Every move that it carry is really powerful against Blissey, okay? Now I will go for a substitute, and as you can see, it's enough, one Growl it's enough, okay, to make my substitute unbreakable for just one struggle hit, unless a critical hit happens, of course. Okay, and doing this, you can see that I'm safely stalling out this Armaldo Rock Slide power points, while also lowering a lot its attack, okay? Okay, at this point, okay, I will just protect on struggles. Perfect. Okay, let's see. I will try to set up a Latios. Let's see what happened, okay? Of course, critical hits at this point always happen. Let's see how many boosts I can grab before it will die struggling. Keep in mind that I can, once again, safely do this process because this Armaldo can't outspeed me with Quick Claw Axe or stuff like that. Well, basically because of Quick Claw Axe. Okay, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty comfortable in this position. And of course, a last Pokemon Scizor at this point is pretty scary, of course, as every time a last Pokemon Scizor appears. But I'm pretty comfortable playing with a +5 Latios beyond the substitute. Okay. It's Ninjask. That's really good. Okay. This match was pretty interesting in my opinion, and fortunately is gone. And well, let's go to enemy number 4. Also keep in mind that battle number 5 will be battle number 2000. So after this fight, if I win also battle number 5, I will be at 2000 wins. Wow. Okay, this is a Lanturn lead. I'm really happy because this is a really exploitable lead without any issue at all. I will just spend a protect, just scouting. Okay, you can also not use it and save a PowerPoint. So basically we are facing one of these two sets, okay? Latios can easily set up on set 2, while set 4 has Ice Beam. So Latios maybe cannot switch in, cannot directly switch in, I have to stall it out with the Blissey first. After a Torment, Latios can set up on it, but of course I won't risk my Skarmory on this Pokemon, okay? It's really not needed. I have a Blissey even for this situation and I will use it. As you can see, I also speed this Pokemon. This, okay, you can see this speed tire. Okay. Okay, so it's this Pokemon, okay, it's the set 2. I can even easily switch in a Latios, okay, because I bought sped and set 4 sits at 1019. So I can switch Latios, okay, but I'm beyond the substitute. I'm in a really safe position and I think I will just spam some Growl power points, basically for 2 reasons. The first one is that even if it triggers Salak with an Endure, maybe a double Endure, because I will of course wait until it Endure one time, Flail will still be really weak and it won't break my substitute if I spam some Growl right now, and also because I don't want to fish a Thunderbolt Paralysis, okay? So I think that staying with Blissey is still the best play, even if it's a really exploitable set by Latios alone, okay? Of course, if I lose Blissey in some other processes, I will just then switch Latios against this Pokemon and set up. Okay. Well, to be honest, at this point I can even save some power points from my useful support moves, because as you can see this Lanturn is really weak and doesn't carry dangerous statuses like Freeze or mostly Burn. Okay, Burn is the worst thing that can happen to this team, and I've just said it, and of course some turn of paralysis will happen and I will just lose Blissey, and I'm laughing because of course if Blissey will be at really low health thanks to Natural Cure, I will switch into Latios and then switch into Blissey again. That's not an issue at all. But of course, after I said it, 2 turns of paralysis. That's good. Okay. It will be out of special attacking move soon. Its attack is at -6, as you have seen from my Growl that doesn't work anymore. I want just Blissey to recover its health point spamming Growl without using Soft Boil. That's no reason at all to use Soft Boil at this point. Keep in mind that Growl has 64 power points. As you can see, I still 48. That's a lot. It's a lot more than needed. Okay. I also hope to fish some Paralysis turn right now because I don't want to waste power points if I can. Okay, just one more turn. And here we are. Now I can safely switch into Latios. As you can see, it took me 3 minutes, okay? It can be boring, but it's the safest way, okay? It's the safest way. I have still my Lumberry active, I don't have to fear a flail after maybe two Endure in a row. It's really the best game plan, okay? Okay, right now I can just go behind the substitute, recover. Also, well, I'm stupid because I've just attacked right now, and I knew it, but speaking in English, I didn't remember to recall it. This Pokemon, after a Salak boost, doesn't outspeed Latios, of course, okay? 87, it really can't outspeed Latios, so even if it endure a hit and Salak trigger, and even if its flail won't break my substitute. Okay, here we are again. Sorry, the video paused for a second. And well, as I was saying, even if a flail at -6 doesn't break my substitute, after a Salak boost this Lanturn doesn't outspeed Latios. Okay, now it's a Lapras, okay? As you have seen, it's really helpful to have this sweet Skarmory in my backup against this kind of Pokemon. Okay, Sheer Cold that missed, and now I can try to sweep without any issue. And let's go. Wow, okay. This is enemy number 5. After this one, I will be at 2000 wins. Gyarados lead. Okay, this fight maybe will be entertaining, okay, depending on this Gyarados set. What I fear from Gyarados, of course, is Dragon Dance. This team is pretty weak to Dragon Dancers, okay? I cannot set up on Dragon Dancers. I have a replay in which I set up against a Dragon Dancing Charizard, and it was basically one of the worst matches I faced in time, maybe in the whole streak. It was around 100 matches left, but okay, basically I have to fear Dragon Dance, and there are 2 Gyarados sets with Dragon Dance, this one. While special attackers, even special attackers with Earthquake, are really weak and easy for Blissey to exploit. Against a Dragon Dancing Gyarados, I have to play really carefully and maybe phase out, okay? No, not maybe, I have to phase out, basically. Okay, protect, return. So it's interesting, okay, I've called it. It's a returning Gyarados, and I imagine that it will go for Dragon Dance or maybe Thunder Wave if it's set 1, but I will immediately phase it away. Earthquake, okay, and that's one thing that I keep saying, I keep repeating. I don't know why the game doesn't recognize Skarmory ground immunity. The game doesn't recognize it. The game always picks Earthquake against Skarmory as an effective move, as you can see. And of course, it's this Gyarados, okay? Now I'm pretty sad, okay, because this Gyarados is something that it's risky, but I can set up on it, okay? Looking at the moveset, because it has just one move that hits both Skarmory and Latios, okay? And rest gives me 3 turns, okay? And it's pretty exploitable, but once again, facing Dragon Dance users, set up on Dragon Dance users, or on setup attackers in general, is the worst thing you can do with this team, and you have to do it just in a desperate situation, when everything else has not worked, okay? In my last match, for example, I faced a Salamence 6 Dragon Dance, a Charizard, maybe 4, I don't remember, the Dragon Dancing Charizard, and an Explosion Steelix. It was really a bad matchup, and I picked Charizard because it was the only Pokemon of this team that I can try to use as setup bait. And Growl on Blissey was amazing in that situation. I have the replay and I will upload it because it's really interesting in my opinion. Well, now I'm pretty, well, relaxed because it's an Explode, okay? Explode is a, oh sorry, not Explosion, Explode. It's a really weak Pokemon, okay? Really weak, really easy to exploit. And, well, Whirlwind was of course the good play. I will Scout with Protect the set. Okay, Overheat. Overheat, it's this Pokemon, okay? This weird special or this mixed one, okay? This mixed one can be a bit more scary, but once again, come on, it's a mixed attacker explode, while of course set free is completely destroyed by Blissey. I will of course switch into Blissey. Mega Kick on the switch in, that's really interesting and strange. As you can see, my Blissey is have to survive a critical hit from this Pokemon, but really interesting, okay? Also, let me check speed tire, okay, 88 as you can see, so I outspeed this Pokemon. It has White Herb, not axe items like, of course, Quick Claw, so I can easily outspeed and stall out this Pokemon, okay? And it's exactly what I want to do. 2 Mega Kicks power points are gone. Okay, a nonsense overheat at this point. 3 Mega Kicks. I will recover. 4 Mega Kicks. And this was the last one. Now I've just to... Ooh, haha, no, I don't have to spam Growl. Yes, it's soundproof, of course. Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. I have to stay in because I have to stall out also Earthquake power points. I didn't remember it has explode. It has soundproof, to be honest. Once again, it's not an issue at all because, of course, I outspeed, and of course, it has just one move that can try to deal damage to Blissey. But once again, I won't go on calculator, but a critical hit from an Earthquake will do a max of like 60, okay, 60%. So it's really easy to play like this. No issue at all. Also keep in mind that it's spamming overheat. And if it will run out, well, like now that's run out of overheat power point, I can also directly go into Skarmory if needed, but it's not needed. I have just to stay in with Blissey and stall this Pokemon out. Because after overheat power points are gone, this Skarmory will just eat it alive. It has just Earthquake and Shadow Ball, as you can see. Also keeping in mind that the game will try to attack Skarmory with Earthquake for strange reason, I don't know. Okay. I will now go for Soft Boil. Okay, this match is almost over. Because, of course, Dragon Dancing, Chesto Berry, Gyarados is not a threat. Okay, now I have just to spam Growl, even if it doesn't work, as you have just seen. But it's the best move, of course. I will just recover until it will start struggling. And then I will switch Latios in and set up. It's also interesting to notice that in all of this process, I have still my team at full health and full items, basically, with the Chesto Berry still active on Skarmory. It's really interesting to notice how this team works, in my opinion, and here we are, just for its defensive backbone. If the defensive backbone managed to stay healthy during a match, this team cannot lose. This team really cannot lose. I have just to stay out from critical hit range, but once again, no Quick Claw critical hit, so I'm pretty comfortable playing versus this Pokemon. Okay, just 2 more Calm Minds. I will set up not at full health because Growl cannot lower its attack, but that's not an issue. We'll try to sweep with 133 power hit points, sorry. And here we are. Ooh, interesting. Lapras, okay. Once again, it's holy, it's blessed to have my defensive backbone alive. But it was a less invested Lapras, and this Gyarados cannot live. 200 wins reached. Wow, I'm pretty... Oh. I'm sorry I don't have the English knowledge to better explain how I feel right now, but it's really special, okay? It's really special, trust me. Now, try not to lose these matches. Oh, wow. Another easy Lanturn lead. Another easy Lanturn lead. Confuse Ray. Okay, let's try to stay focused and on point to bring home even these two last matches. Confuse Ray. Confuse Ray, as said before, okay, these 3 sets can have Confuse Ray. One of them carries Ice Beam, so I can just put Latios in casually, but once again, Lanturn can't touch Blissey, okay? Now Confuse Ray and have it, sorry. Let's scout a bit better, okay? Surf, so it's one of these two, okay. Let's see if it will go also for a Thunder Wave, maybe. But I think it would have already used it at this point. I think it's, okay, set 4 at this point. I really think it's set 4, also because, well, I must be stupid. Yes, I must be stupid. Of course, as we have seen before, without speed. I always play, well, against 3 that I know I can easily handle, and I've handled, trust me, hundreds of times. While I'm recording, I play a bit less carefully, and that's not that good, but... Well, if needed, I will stop talking and start focusing on scary threats. Okay. Well, as I've told before, I have to stay in against this Lanturn, and keep in mind that this Lanturn, beside of attract shenanigan from Lanturn 1, is the only Lanturn that can pose a threat to Latios. Otherwise, Lanturn will be the probably best setup bait for Latios, if it wasn't for this single move on this single set. But even without this Ice Beam, as I've told before, PowerPoint stalling with Blissey is just the safest play. There's no reason outside of course, speeding up a bit the match and make a run a bit faster. But trust me, I've ended a lot of test run with this team in the past months before my 651 wins run that I've managed to achieve with a modified version of this team. I've lost a lot of retail runs on cartridge on my Game Boy Advance SP because I was in a hurry. I always want to end the match fast. I looked at a Lanturn and I thought, okay, look at the sets, Latios can set up on it, while playing on Emu helped me, on emulator of course, helped me a lot on this point, because I can be more relaxed, more focused on the list, and also the fact that I can speed up a bit stalling processes. It's really a pleasure for the mind. Okay, really helps. Okay, I have still all of my protect power points left. Okay, at this point I can start the growl spamming process. Okay, it's close to the end. And here we are. I will wait a few turns until Blissey will be at full health once again. And now Latios can easily set up against a -6 attack, struggling for best setup bait ever for Latios. Okay. No critical hit, that's good. And now I will try to sweep once again. Okay, Xatu is a super Pokemon, really, really weak. Victory Bell, another weak Pokemon. Okay, that's good. Wow. Let's go to the last enemy, okay? Last enemy, Salamence, wow. Okay, Salamence is one of the most threatening Pokemon for this team, if not the second most threatening, of course, after Metagross. And let's see why, okay? Basically, I'm forced to give Salamence a free turn, Scouting with Protect. Why? Because I have to fear modest set 7 and 8 Flamethrower. Skarmory can't really eat a Flamethrower. Well, it's saved to survive, but a critical hit will bring Skarmory down and it will be a really dangerous and game-ending situation. So I have to Scout with Protect, but this can give Salamence a free turn to Dragon Dance, of course. If a Dragon Dancing Salamence set is detected, my first pick is, of course, to phase it away. And fortunately, there are no mixed Dragon Dancing Salamence. That would be a real hell, okay? Well, there is a mixed one, okay, with Crunch and Dragon Dance, but Crunch is really weak. A Dragon Dancing Salamence with Fire special coverage would be a real hell for this team to face. I will Scout with Protect. Dragon Claw, that's interesting because it opened with Dragon Claw, but it didn't open with Flamethrower. What does it mean? That it's a Salamence, probably this one, okay, with Dragon Claw, but no Fire coverage, okay? And this Salamence, if it's confirmed set 1, is an unexploitable enemy. And let me quickly check, but I'm pretty sure. Yes. It's a really exploitable enemy, okay? Because it has no axe item. Well, King Rock is an axe item, but I mean, no Bright Powder or Strange Quick Claw. And it has just weak physical move and Dragon Claw. I will try to land a Torment on this. And let's see what will be his second move. Headbutt, okay. Well, it's set 1, confirmed. And I want to set up Latios on this. It's one of the few, if not the only, probably the only, okay? Even set 3 is scary because of double edge recoil. And, well, probably this is for real the only Salamence I can pick as a setup bait without even swap stalling at the beginning. Because, of course, set 7 and 8 can be stalled out, but it needs a pretty long process, okay? This one is pretty exploitable. Okay. Good, and let's hope to fish a Dragon Claw. No, Aerial Ace. As you can see, it's really, really powerful as an Aerial Ace. Okay, my Growl lands. Oh, I protected on a Dragon Claw turns. That's pretty bad. Okay, also no flinches, so I'm pretty lucky right now, but keep in mind that Blissey in this kind of matches is, I don't want to say expendable, but it's the less useful of my three, of course, very useful Pokemons. Basically because Skarmory can set up on this Pokemon alone, but, Skarmory can stall out this Pokemon alone, but Skarmory can 100% of time stall out this Pokemon alone if this Pokemon has lowered attack. So if I have to sack Blissey, lowering this Pokemon attack, it's pretty good to me, okay? Also because keep in mind that all of the threats that force Latios out during a sweep are basically Pokemon that require Skarmory for me to check. Basically are Metagross, basically are one-hit KO move Laprases, Shizor. These are all Pokemon that requires 100% of the times a Skarmory. Of course, if I have a Blissey, it's better. I'm not saying that I will sack Blissey, but if I have to pick, I will definitely choose a Skarmory, okay, as the staying mon during a sweep. Even if, of course, I will keep repeating it, this team works because I managed to keep alive all of its Pokemon every time I can. That doesn't mean that has not happened that I swept with just 2 Pokemon alive, but okay, as far as I can, I want to preserve all of them alive. Also a critical hit with flinch happened, but at this point is not that threatening because this Pokemon is tormented and it's at -6 attack right now, so my Latios can even set up on it now, okay, because it will just use Dragon Claw 1 out of 2 turns and its other moves doesn't break my substitute, and I outspeed with Latios. So it's not a trade at all, but I will just stay with Blissey, basically giving Latios a really safe switch in, okay, the safest switch in I can. A critical hit can worn down Blissey at this point, I really know. Also, I'm picking all of the wrong turns to protect. Okay. Okay. I want to stay behind the substitute to avoid scary critical hits, especially from Aerial Ace. Okay. At this point it's a pretty safe process, okay. In the first turn I have risked a bit with Blissey. Of course, a streak of critical hit, a streak of flinches would have brought Blissey down really fast, but well, that's the game. If a streak of flinches and critical hit happens, basically every Pokemon is brought down. Okay, and now he's struggling. Let's see. He's switching between Aerial Ace and Struggle. Okay. Well, I'm just waiting for no reason at all, so I will directly switch into Latios. Okay, and he's struggling at all. So I counted good this time, and now I've just to set up and try to sweep. Okay, and once again, Growl is really useful and amazing for my team, as you have seen in basically all of my video, and I will keep repeating it. Adding Growl was the game-changing move for my team, even if the backbone was the same, etc, etc. As you can see, I have my support moves not in orange zone. That's pretty amazing. Look at how many power points I still have, and I have power points stalled out, an all-out attacking Salamence. That's amazing, okay? Also Skarmory has a lot of power points left, while no Chesto, but is at full health, and Latios basically will soon be at +6, full health, beyond the substitute, ready to sweep. And I will be at 3 versus 2 in this kind of situation. That's basically how this team works, and that's how it's working that good until now. Skarmory in leading position is the MVP of the team, of course, as you can see. Let's go Flygon. Flygon is interesting, and well, not at this point, but I will spend a few words about Flygon. No, maybe I will just end the video. Okay, basically, since Flygon 3 and 4 are really scary and must be swap stalled, while other sets are basically walled by Skarmory, set 1, and Blissey, set 2. But an unhandled set 3 or 4 can end this streak, okay? Can end a streak with this team for a player that's not that used to swap stall between Skarmory and Blissey. And last Pokemon Latios. Okay, that's good. That's all. I've ended this streak of 7 matches and I am at 2002 wins. Wow, I'm really speechless right now, and well, that's amazing, but that's just the beginning. I think that Gen 3 and Pokémon Emerald Frontier has still a lot to offer, a lot to explore, and a lot has still to be done at this point. still has to be done at this point. And well, let's see you in the next video, and I will also keep updated with this trick and with other projects I have in mind. Let me know, of course, what you think about this. If you have suggestion or a question, I'm really glad to explain everything or to clarify any doubts. Bye guys.